Le Falcon and Le Winter Soldier. Le Falcon and Le Winter Soldier. The mini Disney Plus series just ended yesterday, and fans are talking the hell out of that TV series. And we're gonna be doing a we're gonna be doing not a mini review, but a review. A good like honest to god Khaiza review on Le Falcon and Le Winter Soldier. This is something I wanted to like talk about, but couldn't because, you know, second shot of vaccine, so I got super jacked up with like fever and stuff. So I had to save it for, you know, today. And today, we're also going to be talking about the MK movie debut, but I'll be uploading and talking about that later, sometime later. But for now, it's Le Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm not a big fan of the MCU, but I am a fan. I always like watching these movies. I always like watching these series. I always like watching these live-action adaptations of these characters, you know, talking and interacting with, you know, the Marvelverse. Even though I'm not a big Marvel fan, I always love Marvel vs. Capcom. I do love that. It's right down here. It's right fucking down here, you know. But right here. It's right here, you know. But yeah, I always enjoy them. I always enjoy watching these films, even like some of the bad ones. Like they're not like great, but they're good. And we're gonna be talking about my honest to god impressions and reviews on Le Falcon and Le Winter Soldier, or as a slight spoiler at the very beginning, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And I usually do reviews of movies and TV series and junk, though not a whole bunch. My first review was Avengers Endgame, and I love the shit out of Endgame as like a big ultimate climax to the Infinity Stone saga. And I've done Rise of Skywalker. That's also there. I have not uploaded, but have done a Monster Hunter movie review, which I will upload later. I'll be just like a month, but I should upload that, you know, I should. And what else did I review? No, that's not it, just those three. And so today we're going to be doing two more editions, Le Falcon and Le Winter Soldier and the MK movie. But first we're going to talk about Le Falcon. Alright, so where to begin with this series? You know, my overall impressions, I enjoyed it. You know, I fucking loved Falcon and Winter Soldier. I fucking loved, you know, Sam Wilson, and I love Winter Soldier, and I love Bucky. Those are, you know, not my favorite characters because I'm not that well versed into the Captain America lore. I just know that he's like pretty Adonis, you know, white boy that just came out of a frozen time capsule after like some events, like he was trying to save a plane and he got his ass frozen, and he somehow because maybe super soldier serum lived long enough to be in the present world with Thor and Iron Man and Incredible Hulk and all those guys. So I don't know like the basic ass bitch lore of Captain America. But thanks to like the MCU movies and like me watching Marvel shows when I was like in my teen years, I kind of know a little bit more of like Captain America. And you know, after the events of Endgame, Captain America passed his shield to Sam Wilson, or Falcon. And Falcon, and you know he's gonna be Captain America, but He didn't do that. He didn't do that. But I like the characters. I like, you know, the what was it? Is it the flow, or well, what's the right term for like? What's the right term for like each flow? Like what was it? The pacing. Yes, that was it. The pacing. Yes, the pacing. I like the pacing of each episode. I like the character dynamics of what each character is like going through. Why are they here? What purpose do they serve for like the main cast? If they're side characters, what do the main characters go through? All that stuff. It's like we only have like 2 Disney Plus shows, which were WandaVision and this one, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and they really play like the Netflix TV show, the Netflix Marvel shows, you know, like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, The Punisher. So they really play well. So they really play off from those series and just add like the MCU sprinkle on top. So I do like the pacing. I do, although it's like 6 episodes, I don't mind if it's like 6 episodes, you know. And nowadays, I don't mind if it's like a week-by-week basis, you know. I don't mind if it's like a week-by-week basis. Oh, by the way, if for any of you who are watching, this is live on Twitch, by the way. So if you guys are watching on stream, feel free to like chat in the chat box to make it more interactive with this review session / dialogue, whatever's, to make it more engaging. It's fun, albeit I'll lose my train of thought, but it's still fun. Keep like the engagement going, you know? But anyway, WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, Marvel styles, you know? Like, that's perfectly Marvel Netflix style, so that's perfectly fine. Disney is like trying to play off of those. Might be some like weird conspiracy shit that why the Netflix shows were canceled, and like why the Disney Plus series has played like fucking the Netflix series. Must be some reason, but I'm not gonna say. I don't want to be ousted by that fucking mouse. But anyway, I don't mind that they're like week by week basis. I used to before because, you know, Netflix is like they drop an entire season on one day and you could just like binge watch it. But with Disney Plus, they offer like week by week, offer an episode per week. So first episode, then next episode, then so on and so forth until the final episode. To engage the fans, engage some hype, you know, like level the audience. Don't just like binge watch in one day, because otherwise if one person binge watches it first and then spoils it on Twitter, then a lot of people are going to be, you know, disappointed, and that's not fun for anybody. So it's smart that Disney Plus went with a week, 1 episode per week basis, and I really like that now. Like, I'm not in any rush to like see the entire series in one day. I used to before, because Netflix shows, they just come out, you see the whole entire season in like one day. If you don't have work, or if you don't have a life, you could just binge watch the entire season in like one session. But anyway, Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier, great pacing, great characters, surprising stuff. You get to see, you know, what happens after so and so events, and I really like, you know, the real world dynamic, because that's what like Captain America, at least for the MCU, is like, you know, it's more realistic than the hokey shit that we've seen in the MCU. Like Iron Man is also realistic, but there's like suits of armor and like fancy schmancy science horseshit, you know? Like it's science, it's sci-fi hokey. With Captain America and Winter Soldier, it's not really much sci-fi. It's more like you know, government action thriller, fight for what's right, or fight for America, fight against, you know, terrorism. Shit like that, you know? We've seen that a lot. I have like a whole movie catalog just to the right of me, or in your case, the left of me. All these like action films, like what is there? The Bourne Identity, the Bourne Ultimatum series, or Shooter, or I don't want to get up and get those DVDs. I'm lazy. Is there? Which one? Is there the? I can't say 007. Because 007 is British. But you get what I mean. Right? Like they're action movies that fight for liberty and like liberty, duty, destiny, shit like that. And the best one is like, you know, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, because in that film, Captain America fights for, you know, his America, his way of America, the America that he's been working for with like Shield and whatnot, and Hydra that's been planting there. That's not his America he's fighting for. He would gladly give up the Shield. He would gladly give up his shield if things are going south for his justice, for the justice of the people, you know? But anyway. Let's chat. Ow, my arms. Ow, I don't know, there's fucking tingles. Ow. But yeah, Captain America: The Winter Soldier was a great example of, like, you know, you can play an action movie, you can have an action movie that's not really like, you know, fight for America, you know, the government is like twisted, you have to fight for what you think is right. And that's a really good thing. Because Captain America is like, he's kind of like, not exactly Superman, not just like in character, physique, and, you know, character attributes. Superman is entirely different from Captain America, but their sense of morals and vows, they're like Boy Scouts. You know, they fight for what's right, and by far that's like eating stale piece of like white bread. They're like, it's like eating white bread, you know? I mean, it tastes good, but it's just white bread. I don't know what else you can say after that. But Captain America is a Boy Scout, true and true, you know. And now that Cap is gone after Endgame, it's up to like Sam Wilson, and Sam from the Marvel Comics is a buddy slash sidekick of Captain America. He's like his own superhero. In the comics, he would have like extended wings, like he has powers of a Falcon, and he has like a Falcon sidekick. But in the MCU movies, they changed it to a more realistic tone. Like, it's more robotic than like just magic or science horseshit. But Sam Wilson is the Falcon. He's always been the Falcon. He has a little buddy called Red Wing, even though it's a robot. It's not a real actual Falcon, which kinda sucks. But, you know, he's Falcon. And then there's Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes, who was a sidekick as well with Captain America in their glory days, but was stranded after like one rescue op mission, and he got picked up by Hydra and was brainwashed to be the Winter Soldier, a merciless, thoughtless brainwash assassin, carried out missions for Hydra. And you know, that was the whole plot of Captain America the Winter Soldier, is that Bucky Barnes was like, quote unquote, the main villain because it was in the title. And that I didn't mind, but you know, every time I see Sam Wilson before Falcon and Winter Soldier, he was always like, I don't want to be rude to say it, but he's always the little bitch of Captain America. Like, he just wants to be Captain America so hard he'll diss anybody who's not with Captain America. It's like, what the fuck? Shut up! For God's sake, Sam, stop being such a stupid head, you know? Stop being such a doodoo head. Stop being such a Captain America tryhard. God damn, such a fanboy. Oh, with Falcon and Winter Soldier, they explore, you know, who Falcon really is, what does he fight for, and like, why he fights the good fight, you know? And Winter Soldier is also good because it explores, you know, his situation after the events of the second Captain America movie, Civil War, after like Endgame, obviously. So he's just trying to live out his own life the way that he can, being a post-brainwashed Hydra unit, just living his own life. And it gets explained in like the episodes that Bucky becomes his like own man. Bucky becomes his own man. But anyway, let's get down to like the spoilers now. I give it like my general isms of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know, characters are great. Story was awesome. I feel like I was at like a roller coaster ride every time. It's a better action series than like most action movies by far, which most action movies are literally just, you know, I gotta save my daughter, I gotta save my wife or son, and drugs, and government is terrorism. But let's get on to like the spoilers. Now, oh my god, the spoilers, or what the events that happen after like each episode, you know, I fucking loved, man. I fucking loved, dude. Like, each episode was just packed with like a surprise twist or a surprise ending. And the mid episodes are like, you know, filling what certain characters are doing or what events have been happening, you know, shit like that. Opening scenes are cool, but like the endings are like, what the fuck? Like, first episode was like, of course, the obvious new Captain America, John Walker, U.S. agent. He was gonna be U.S. agent at like some point in time, right? But they saved that for like the very end. They saved that for like the very end of the series, and that is what I really liked. But a lot of people fucking hated the actor for some reason, man. I don't understand this. Like, I see like people making death threats over Wyatt Russell. I hear about people making death threats over Wyatt Russell, the actor for John Walker, that new Captain America. Like, what are you so uppity yuckety about, bro? Like, that's the whole point. The old Captain America retired, or if you want to say passed away, and someone has to fill up the new Captain America. Sam wasn't going to do it in the first place because he felt apprehensive for reasons, for specific reasons we will address. But there's no reason to like fucking kill the live person over it. Like, that's some fucking straight up like twisted, demented fan in the basement shit. Like, oh I didn't like this. It's supposed to be Sam. It's only Sam. Why can't it be Sam? Why is this white piece of ass getting Captain Shield? Like, I don't understand this. I don't like it. It's not in my world. My world is supposed to be perfect. Ah! So fucking deplorable, man. I swear to God, it's just the fucking movie. It's just the actor. He's doing his part. No need to make that. But Wyatt Russell is like, or the actor is like a chill guy. So he is very chill about like the entire situation. Bucky like but yeah, man, like, what was I saying? Why was I saying Bucky? Oh man. But U.S. Agent John Walker is a really good. He wanted to be Captain America. Like, he said it like the second episode. He isn't Steve Rogers, but he is he is trying to be. He was someone who, like, he could prove himself without the need for, like, the Super Soldier Serum. And the Super Soldier Serum was a plot point for episodes 2 to 5. Because of, like, the quote-unquote villains of this series were the Flag Smashers. Originally, it was supposed to be a solo person being a Flag Smasher. A solo person as a Flag Smasher, but it's actually a group of people led by one teenager named Carly Morgenthau. Someone from, I think it's like Sokovia descent, who wants to change the world after the blip, because, you know, of course, the blip erased half of the universe, but then after the events of Endgame, which restored the other half, the vanished half back. Now new governments are in place, like the global repatriation, the GRC. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it the GRC. Like, it's such a long name. I forgot about that organization. I forgot about that thing entirely. But I'll just call it the GRC because that's what they kept saying in the series. And so it's like what in episode 1 for Falcon's sidekick, that Mexican hombre. It's like after the blip. You know, some people love the idea of the blip or the snap, and some people didn't like the idea of the snap for reasons. For the Flag Smashers, they liked the blip because, you know, erased half of the universe. Albeit random, albeit, as Thanos, perfectly balanced. The Flag Smashers like the snap because it erased things that it erased half of the universe that maybe other people could have been struggling. Maybe like there were like parts of the world that didn't need too many mouths to feed. That was the whole Thanos like mantra, is like he wanted to be like the savior. He wanted to be like the savior, but he was dubbed the Mad Titan because erasing half the universe. Oh, whoa, buddy, chill there. And so, anyway, the Flag Smashers, they are like amped up by the Super Soldier Serum through some black market shit. There's some like Super Soldier jizzes roaming around like some places. Most predominantly the place that in episode 3 when legit Sam and Bucky free Helmut Zemo, who was the asshole, the puppeteer organizer from Civil War, which they retconned his character a lot. Like, originally he was like a guy from, he was originally like a vengeful, spiteful guy that lost everything, lost his family from the events of Age of Ultron, when Ultron fucking used those propeller jet thingies to lift up Sokovia and then plummeted back down to make, you know, evolution or some shit. And he was like sent to jail because of his orchestrated events with the Sokovia Accords and what was it, the split between Iron Man and Captain America. So that was there. And he was sent to, like, what is it, the Raft? Yeah, the Raft. And what was it? And Helmut Zemo comes back, but he has a retconned character background. He is a baron. He owns a private jet. He has a butler. He has fucking God. Helmut Zemo is like an interesting character in this series. Like, my God, dude, he is a funny as fuck character, and you would see on like Twitter or YouTube him doing like, you know, just dancing, just like him like grooving in a place called Matterport. And Matterport, that's something very curious to me, because when I looked up oh shit, why are they going to that place? Why are they going to, like, you know, black market Chinatown? And I looked up Matterport, and it's like a site for X-Menville. Like, it's like a refugee camp for Wolverine or some shit. And I was like, wait, Matterport? That is a place in Marveldom? Huh. Okay. Because they were like series and like theory crafting articles of how like that place could be connected to the X-Men, and since Disney now owns 20th Century Fox, they got it from the deal way back when, and they're already, MCU already announced a Fantastic Four film. Title and logo alone, it's going to be the Fantastic Four. No actors were called, no plot details of anything, no trailer. But after the 20th Century Fox thing, Kevin Feige said that there's going to be a Fantastic Four movie Fantastic Four movie in the near future. And I'm like, when? I'm like, when? So if Fantastic Four is coming, and Fantastic Four is under 20th Century Fox, and there's also going to be the X-Men. And a lot of people are anticipating, you know, where's the X-Men? Where is, you know, where's Wolverine? Where's Cyclops? Where are the big hunky, you know, Sentinel bots? We've only seen, like, quote-unquote mutants with only two, and that's Quicksilver, Pietro, and Scarlet Witch, or Wanda. And Wanda got her own thing. She was dubbed the Scarlet Witch after the events of WandaVision. But I want to see mutants. I want to see like what they do with like the mutant gene, instead of calling them enhanced, cuz that was like a fucking trigger word back in the day, because Marvel was so high up on their ass with the MCU that they totally forgot the X-Men, or like the X-Men are dying off in terms of like popularity, if I'm correct, you know. But anyway, Helmut Zemo, or Daniel Bruhl, awesome fucking character. Sam Wilson gets his own thing with, he has like, you thought he was a bitch before, but now he's like, you know, he has conflicting reasons of why he didn't take up the shield, or why he was still just the Falcon. and he has his own life. Like, he wants to. His whole thing was not only, you know, dealing with the events of the blip and, you know, why didn't he take the shield, and that was like Bucky's whole thing, you know. Cap gave you that shield for a reason. He lent you his shield. Why didn't you take it? Instead of just putting it on display. But Sam is like, no, I gotta focus on my family. I gotta focus on rebuilding my family, my sister, my nephews. I got to fix the boat from my grandparents. That was like his subplot at the side is like fix up their Popeye's boat. I'm sorry for being stereotypical, because Sam is from New Orleans, so that totally fits. He has to fix his fucking Popeye's truck, or not Popeye's truck, Popeye's boat. His Popeye's boat by talking to like money agencies, like bank or like refinancing or some shit. But then also have to deal with like new threats that are popping up. And Bucky was doing his own thing, like just crossing off people off his red book, the little red book that Helmut Zemo had in Civil War, like his full of operatives that Winter Soldier was forced to kill. But what was it? Oh yeah, he was dealing with his own shit. He was dealing with post-Winter Soldier trauma. Like, he can't get over, you know, the things that he has done. And he is, like, reluctant on, you know, making Sam the new Captain America for his own reasons. And he says that, you know, passing the shield down from Steve Rogers to Sam Wilson is like, it's like having a family when everyone else around him vanished or died off of old death so many years ago. Like, he just felt alone and just completely isolated, that no one could understand him. But then Sam pep talked Winter Soldier and said that, like, you know, you're a good guy. You shouldn't, like, battle this solo. You have me, right? You have me. You have a new family. And yeah, I love, like, the character dynamics between Sam and Bucky. Like, they're a fucking comedy duo. I gotta love the shit out of their, like, exchanges. But back to his Helmut Zemo, I really liked his backstory. I really liked his, like, words of wisdom. I like how he put on his fucking purple mask on to signify that, like, he is Helmut Zemo. I really like that. And the surprises there. Oh my god, the surprises. What were the surprises? Oh yeah, the Wakandans were there. Yeah, because they helped out Bucky with his rehabilitation to get him off his nightmares from the Winter Soldier program. So that was impressive. You know, and they knew how to turn off Bucky's arm, which is very nice. That's some cool like Easter egg shots that I didn't really think about. And there was like one person talking about it on Twitter, is like, it was so, like, needless, or some shit like that, and that one guy just got fucking yeeted and ousted by everybody, you know? Because originally, Bucky lost his own arm during the events of Civil War when Iron Man unibeamed Bucky's arm off at the very end, near the very end of that film, and he got a replacement from Wakanda technology. And the fact that what was it, the Dora Milaje knew how to turn off that metal was Really impressive. Because, you know, they're Wakandans. They're a very secretive society. If any of their technology got out, if any of their technology got used in improper methods or in the wrong hands, even though like there are some people, even though like Bucky is a very nice and chill guy, he has to turn that off. They have to turn that off, you know? They can't let any of their sacred traditions or sacred rites, you know, be misinterpreted by other people. That's just not how you handle your own culture and transmitting your own culture to other people. But then like some guy got like heated for his own like opinion, and it's right to say like an own opinion, but you know how you say that opinion and what comes out of your mouth is like they are important. Then yeah, the Wakandans were really nice because they were fucking angry when Sam and Bucky released Zemo from prison. Because why would they release Zemo? Because they needed his info on where the super soldier serum is hiding around. So they went to Madripoor and they meet up with Sharon Carter, who's like this like SHIELD operative, but then got yeeted after the events of Civil War for harboring Steve Rogers, and you know, finding a way for him to escape and help Bucky out. Oh shit, I need water. Hold on a sec. I didn't even drink my bottle, son of a bitch. That's good. But oh yeah, Sharon Carter. Yeah. And so she went into hiding in Madripoor as like a market dealer, but then she ultimately becomes what people have been referencing a lot of, and that's the power broker. And the power broker is like this, you know, very influential, very important black market trader in Madripoor that wanted to sell you all illegal shit. And I didn't know that Sharon Carter would be the power broker. She was like the Peggy Carter. She is like the granddaughter of Peggy Carter, right? Like, but then she like switched motives and then became the power broker, and she's now like super evil. Guess like something must have happened. She either like got blipped, or she has a personal vendetta for those that wronged her or branded her a traitor or some shit. I don't know. Like, it's very vague. I mean, I called that she was... I got water. I called that she was the power broker, right? I called that she was, but I didn't, like, believe it. I thought that the other person, you know, Julia Dreyfus or the Seinfeld character, the Seinfeld character is going to be the power broker. The girl, the fancy lady with the purple hair streak on one of her hair ends was going to be the power broker. But she's just some other like villainous like lady that transforms John Walker into US agent, which he got the costume for. Which was nice. Seeing John Walker being, you know, US agent is something to see. And boy, oh my god, John fucking Walker. Dude, he got so mad for being like pushed over and not treated with the respect he deserves that he fucking killed the man. Well, then again, it was an act out of vengeance because Carly Morgenthau, or the Flag Smasher, killed his best friend, which was Lamar Johnson, or which was Battlestar. Who fucking she fucking like punched him with all of his might and then broke his spine and then he died. And what? And then not why? John took a fucking fiery vengeance and killed one of Carly's followers with the shield, and the shield was all like bloodied and shit. And I'm like, god damn. I mean, the shield is like a very, it's almost like a fucking Kung Lao hat shit. Like he tosses it and it's not lethal in any way, but it is fucking lethal, dude. And you see how the shield can be lethal now, huh? The shield can be fucking lethal. And yeah, I loved fucking John Walker's transformation. How, you know, he's not the best Captain America. He's like trying to be, and he gets like a fucking meltdown because, you know, he was tired of being pushed around. He saw his friend die, and he blew a casket at the World Council, some shit, because, you know, everybody saw you kill a man, and we have to take away your shield. But then Julia Dreyfus is like, nah, we gotta make him a U.S. agent. We need to have that white Brit. We need to have that perfect white sandwich. We can't be Steve Rogers, but we'll have a white sandwich to totally decimate our foes. Anyway, yeah, Wide Russell or John Walker is really good. Sharon Carter is good, even though I did not expect it. And I did dig Falcon's new suit, or the new Captain America suit, and how he was growing as a character. There was also another subplot with Sam, is that there was another Captain America besides him and Steve, and that was Isaiah Bradley, an African American dude, but was denied access to be Captain America for, you know, racism, stereotypes, and that was a pretty bold move for Disney to do. But it goes well with the times, and I really like that about Falcon and Le Winter Soldier, is that they played nice with like the real topics of our world, where in our real world we are dealt with now more than ever the hot topic of racism, and, you know, because of like the police brutalities, the injustices, and like the unfair treatment of African Americans, the black men, you know, we are exposed to it now more than ever, and we got to do our part to like expose it even more and make people aware that, you know, this is racism. Racism is still existing in our world, and it's disgusting. We still have people, you know, shooting up bars, or shooting up bars or like places because, you know, they just feel like it, and that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Like, it's so awful that they could just, you know, do that. And that scene was like Isaiah Bradley and his whole story of like, you know, how he was experimented on with the super soldier serum, and how they were like training him to be a Captain America, but not really, which is a real like important line in like episode 5 or some like in episode 5. The government will never allow a black man to be a Captain America. And Sam was afraid, and Sam was like distraught, and like, how is there a black man who was trained to be Captain America and not represented as Captain America? He was just like stored away as like a test tube baby, and like he never get to see his light at the end of the tunnel. Like, it's very clear that there's some representation in this series, and that's good. That's good. like I said, make people aware of like the racist world that we are living in. It is our world, it is fucked up, but we gotta make it better. We gotta make it, we gotta make this world a better, suitable and a judge-free zone as much as we can. We shouldn't allow this type of animosity and prejudice be allowed. Like, it's not right. It's not right. It's unethical. It's immoral. Just because one person is a different color in you, and you shouldn't feel like threatened by them. You shouldn't feel like you should waste them or decimate them. Like, that's fucked up. Just accept people for who they are and accept and be aware and accepting of other cultures and different skin tones. Like, my god. So fucked up. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. But anyway, that was a good important scene. That was a good important moment. And Sam gets the courage to like be his own man and like, you know, it's time for Captain America to be something other than just white bread. I'm wheat bread now. I'm nutritious. I'm better built. I'm fucking whole grain bread. And I'm here to stay. I may not be Steve Rogers. And I sure got a hell of a mouth to say, but this is what you get. And he says that in his line. And he says that in his lines talking to the GRC that like, you know, you guys started this. You created Carly. And Carly is not really a villain, which the Disney series didn't. The Disney Plus series don't really embellish on the idea of villains, right? Like, villains are just, you know, things or centerpieces to sell you the TV series, but they're not really any villains. Like in WandaVision, there's not really a clear-cut villain. Yes, Agatha Hargreaves is a villain. You know, you can Google it in Wikipedia or some shit. She is a villain. She practices dark magic. She is there. She is fighting with Scarlet Witch, but there's not really any villains. Like physical manifestation villains in WandaVision. The villain in that series was grief. Why? Because Wanda felt so alone and fucking crushed that both loves of her life are gone, which was Pietro, who died in the events of Age of Ultron, and the literal love of her life, Ultron. Not Vision. There you go, Vision. Vision. And Vision fucking died pre-Thanos snap. And that's clever. You know, that's clever that WandaVision explores that aspect of, like, you know, there are things that we have lost and we have to be better than just, you know, rewriting reality to satiate our needs and desires. Like, yes, my brother is gone. My robotic husband is gone that understood me more than anyone in the MCU. But I still miss them. I still want to be with them. And so that was it. It was just accepting the grief. Or what was it? The 5 stages of depression. Anger, resentment, acceptance, you know, all that shit. The 5 stages of grief. And in this one, and in Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's about, you know, accepting who you are and letting go of your past, become a new person. And there's not really a villain in That's not really a villain in Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was just a misguided teen. And that was Carly's whole shtick, is that, you know, she felt so left behind, and she gathered around a group of people with similar ideologies and made the Flag Smasher so that, you know, we don't have to live in settlements anymore. We don't have to live in poverty even after the snap. We could have been free under the events of the blip, but since the people came back, now we have to go back to where we started. Like, her closest family member, her closest friends and family members died, and she just wants the world to be a better place than to be run by greedy governments. You know? But yeah, it's like not really like a masterclass villain or like a very proficient villain, like much of the older MCU films were. They're just like ideas or things that the main characters need to get through in order to become better. And that's really good. Like, explore more of those, you know. Villains are nice and all. Like, what are, like, major villains in the MCU besides fucking Thanos? There's Ultron, like, Loki, and Killmonger is a very great villain because he is based off, like, real world, you know. Who else was there? I don't know if I could call any of the Guardians of the Galaxy villains memorable. Hydra are just fucking Nazis. So, you know, Nazis are just like fucking, like they're the same thing as like clones in the Star Wars series. They are Nazis, mindless soldiers. They're fanatical soldiers. If you're in higher up. What else is there? There's like greedy corporate villains, but that's really it. No like major villains like Ultron or Thanos. Other than Ultron is like, he was a weirdo because, you know, he was just like an AI made out of Tony and Bruce, Iron Man, Hulk, that wants to protect the world, peace in our time, you know. But Ultron did it the hard way and saw like humans as a disease and wants them to evolve, which was weird. In the original comics, Ultron was just like a AI life form that wanted to erase all humans, and machines are better, you know. But I did like the tease at the end that Sharon Carter or Power Broker got her pardon and fulfilled like something that, like, telling all her black market companies to like forget the super soldier serum. We got government nuclear weapons on our side. Still, that's kind of weird that like she was a hero, but now she's a hero. She's like a supporting cast. Now she's an antagonist. Like, there must have been something that happened. Probably they're gonna explain that in like Falcon and Winter Soldier sequel or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. But what else? Yeah, I think that's about. Oh god. Talk too much makes my throat all blend up. Alright. I think that was it for like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's a great series, it's a fun series. A lot of fun with Sam and Bucky. Carly like died because she was shot by Power Broker. a lot of good, interesting themes and topics that don't really come up, but are pronounced in this TV series. Oh, jeez. But yeah, it was a fun series. It's a fun Disney Plus series. It's more Phase 4 shit, and I really like that. Things that happen in the blip. So if you haven't watched it, guys, I recommend you do so. Falcon and Winter Soldier is available on Disney Plus if you haven't.